And this is practice C, or where I'm trying to decide it. Do I have a gerund or a participle in each sentence? And so we're going to find the verbals and then decide, is it describing? Because participles describe, they're adjectives. They're going to end in ing or ed, or any past tense version of a verb. Gerunds always end in ing, and gerunds are nouns. So when I find my verbal, I've got to decide, how is it acting? What does it look like to figure it out? Many TV commercials feature acting animals. Here, my verbal is acting. And here, I have to decide what is that doing in a sentence. Well, acting is telling me more about animals. It's describing animals. So for number 1, I should have a P for participle. Number 2, there are bell-ringing turkeys and typing chickens. Here I have 2 verbals. One is bell-ringing and one is typing. I have to decide, are those describing or are they activities? Well, here they're both describing. Bell-ringing describes the turkeys. Typing describes the chickens. They are both participles. Training any type of animal requires patience. Here, as I look at this, I see my verbal is training. Well, is training describing anything? No. And in fact, training is the subject of the sentence, so it's a noun. So training is a gerund. Number 4. Have you seen the dog food commercial that shows a dog chasing a chuck wagon? Here, chasing a chuck wagon is actually an entire phrase that goes with it. If I'm just focusing on the word chasing, that verbal, what is that telling me more about? It's telling me more about the dog. So here it's a participle. Number 5, the trainer aroused yearning in the dog by hiding a squeaky toy in the closet. Yearning is the verbal. Is that a gerund or is that a participle? Well, here it's a gerund because I can say aroused what? Aroused yearning. So this is a direct object in my sentence. So therefore it is a noun, so it has to be a gerund. Number 6, then the excited dog was let loose. If I look through here, my verbal is the word excited. Well, this one's easy. It ends in ed. Well, out of my 2 choices, which ones can end in ed? Only participles. Plus, it's a participle because it's describing the dog. Number 7, the dog reacted by racing around the corner, dashing across the kitchen, and skidding to a stop. Here, I've got 3 verbals that are kind of items in a series. And then I have this preposition by that comes in front of them. By racing, by dashing, and by skidding. So these are all objects of prepositional phrases. Well, nouns can be objects of prepositional phrases. These activities are those nouns. So all 3 of those are gerunds. Number 8, staring at the door, the dog waited for the trainer to open it. Here, my verbal is staring at the door, a verbal phrase. And who is staring at the door? The dog is. This is a phrase that's describing the dog. So this is a participle phrase. Number 9, in the finished commercial, the chuck wagon disappears right through the cabinet door. Finished is the verbal here. This is another easy one because of what it ends with. As soon as I see the verbal ends in ed, I know it's got to be a participle. Plus, finished is describing the commercial. And then finally, number 10, working comes naturally to most animal actors. My verbal is working. This is the subject of this sentence. So if it looks like a verb, but it's really a subject, it means it has to be a noun, so it is a gerund. Write down how many you missed and if you do or don't understand.